This is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I'm here with hip hop artist Shaun Solo in the building. How's life, my man?
Man, life is good. Life is another day. Shit, life is what I'm making it right now. It's one of the best things ever, to be honest.
That's dope. Let's get to the cliche though. You got any New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolution is, I would say, just multiply my process. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, I'm gonna figure out what does work, what doesn't work. Not so much focus on what's not working. Just get that out the way, and then go with what does work. Multiply that, make some shake from it.
Multiply. Let's get it. I bet. Let's start from the beginning though. Where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from Killeen. So my mom, she moved us out of Killeen. Me and my two sisters, she moved us out of Killeen whenever she got like a better job. So that landed us out there in Round Rock. And then we spent
Quite the scenic change from that to that.
quite
right?
the scenic change, bro. Like polar opposite. You know what I'm saying? I went from seeing niggas everywhere, you know what I'm saying, and just negativity everywhere to like everything is calm, cool. You see the normal people every day getting up, going to work, 9 to 5, everybody coming home. It just went from so weird in a sense to so uniform. And then the uniform was even weirder to me because I was like, wow, this is out of my norm. Like this is our new reality, man.
Like a little too normal though.
Right,
like you need a little bit of spite like that. So it's like one spectrum to the other. You just need that middle ground. You probably
Right.
Yeah.
right.
All right. So but how was childhood like moving from there to there? And did you play any sports?
I didn't. I was never really just an athlete like that. But I mean, childhood was good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I had fun as a kid. You know, of course I made my mistakes here and there, but what child doesn't? That's the part of it.
You got to fuck up in order to do. Yeah.
Exactly. So you know, I will always say like, you know, my mom's she did every single thing she could, and I mean, if it wasn't something she couldn't do, then we always understood because we always had more than enough anyway. But she did her damn thing with us. I ain't gonna lie.
Just make sure y'all y'all ended up going into like you said good normalcy though. Even though
Right.
it's like what the world, you know, it can be kind of monotony and boring. It was like you need that at least growing up so you can kind of like focus
Right.
on you. So that's dope. What high school did you graduate from?
I graduated from Stony Point.
Okay, Stony Point. Shouts out to
2012.
Stony Point.
Class of 2012.
2012. Okay. So what got you into music?
I've always been into music. I had reached a certain age to where I was actually able to like find a studio, find somewhere that I can get in. Like matter of fact, my mom, she actually paid for my first slot of studio time ever.
Shouts out to mom.
Big shout out to mom, man. She made that happen for me.
Because most of the time, most people got to go find like a person at their crib and then
Right.
climb into a window.
Yeah. Yeah, some weird shit like that.
And then it's just like some weird people always in the crib, and you have to get around them, and you like, man, this vibe is just all wrong. So shouts out to mom.
Yeah. Nah, she's been supportive since day one. Like at the age of 8, I probably wrote my first rap. And then, you know, she was more so like, let me hear it, other than no, you need to be writing down and in books. You need to go write a book report or something. Like, nah, she was actually attending to it. So actually having that support like from my family the whole time, that's definitely an advantage that I could say that I've always had. So, you know, she hired some guy, and he was always talking about some studio stuff. So she was like, boss leverage. Put my son in there.
Exactly. How old were you, you said?
At that time I was 16.
16. How was that feeling being in the studio and then hearing yourself?
It was one of those, it was just new. It was brand new. Like it was, and at the same time it was like one of those things that you never thought would ever happen. Like you would never see yourself in that setting. You would always just dream about it, and then like you wake up one day and then your mom's like, come on, get in the car. Where we going? To the studio. What?
You're like, oh wait, let's get it.
Let's get it. And it wasn't even
were you
like
prepared though? Were you already kind of preparing yourself and then
yeah.
just waiting for it? And when you finally go, you're like, oh, let's go.
Yeah. Because I had always just like been writing raps down. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, you wrote when you were 8, and
Exactly.
She heard you. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Did you do that rap, or was it more raps later?
Oh, it was
okay.
A plethora of raps later. It was a plethora of raps later, man.
I bet. So, where did the name Shaun Solo like derive from, or how did you get that?
I got it because so perfect example is, you know how like 2 Chainz, he started off as Titty Boy, right? Mm-hmm. And then came 2 Chainz, and that was his second birth, as he said. So Shaun Solo was that for me, but at the same time, just the unique spin on it. I mean, of course, it's like similar to Star Wars. However, I'm not a Star Wars fan at all. But to outsider looking in, just hearing about my shit, and then let's just say they're a Star Wars fan, they're gonna be more amped to listen to me. And it's more Star Wars fans in the world than it is music.
Han Solo, Shaun Solo.
There we
And
go.
who don't like Han Solo?
Who doesn't like that guy?
Exactly.
Right. So that's just. I mean, it just for one, it's one of those things that rolled off the tongue, and then I would always go by Solo beforehand. So I was like, well, how do I, how do I combine the two? Okay, well then let's look at it like this. That nobody really calls me in my family. Nobody calls me by my full name. They always just call me Shaun. Okay, Shaun Solo. Shaun Solo. Once I said it, it was like, dog, I'm a fucking idiot. I should have been going by this like since day one.
Exactly.
Like what?
It's been right in front of your face the
whole time, bro.
That's hilarious. That's cool. All right, something random. I'm gonna say this quote from you, and then just kind of speak on it.
All right.
I feel like Betty White was a part of the black community, and R.I.P. to Betty White at 99.
Damn.
Speak on that.
Gotta speak on it. I can guarantee you, there is not one black person that will hear Betty White's name and not say that she was part of the black community. Even with the black actors, she was in damn near a whole lot of black movies. You know what I'm saying? And then just as a person, it's not only just the black people, of course, but everybody gravitated to her. And then when she passed, all you see, the main people posting about her, is black people. So, I mean, of course, we appreciated her for, just being a part of black cinema at some point or whatever. And then at the same time, it was like way back, like this is the black and white TV days. I think she had a show or something. And then she had gave a segment to an African American. Now, at that time, that was a no for media because you already know how the times was.
She was on some Mr. Rogers type ish.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers did something similar.
Exactly.
Or exact the same. But yeah, go ahead.
And then her from the main core audience that was watching her, that number went down just because. Oh, how dare you?
She didn't give a damn.
Did not give a damn. That's some of the most gangster shit ever.
Everything.
And she ain't never fell off. She's always been loved. She's always been a sensation, always, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
there was always a role for Betty.
Always,
and she do all kind of crazy shit towards the end.
I can guarantee you she was at somebody's barbecue.
She was on Lake Placid, I remember, and I'm like, and she was going. Saw some clips
Wasn't
from
she
that.
feeding the She was feeding that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, but yeah, R.I.P. to her. And then speaking on that, what do you think about like hip hop passings? The most recent one is Dolph and Drakeo, and of course you got Nipsey and I mean a slew of others, XXX and Triple X. I'm just gonna say that because that's a tongue twister to me. How do you think about that and like how to move as a hip hop artist nowadays?
It's like, to be completely honest, like it's terrifying. It's terrifying just because we could even start with the legends before then that lost their life at the height of the moment, not even at their peak, just in the height of the moment. So it's kind of like if you want to rap on a serious level. You kind of you of course you want to avoid putting yourself in a certain category of rap to where that's more prone, but at the same time it can happen to anybody at any time, anywhere. So it's very terrifying. How I feel is definitely heartbreaking because let's look at it. All politics aside, this is just an individual that stood in their truth, stood on what they believed in,
gave to
their community,
has moms, kids, whatever, family,
whatever,
a human.
And yeah, they still go home and cry in a dark space when nobody's looking, with or without their chains on. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably be busting in tears sitting in a Ferrari in a parking lot of wherever they at. You know what I'm saying? You will never know. But one thing is, they're all human, and it's part of rap. Like when have you ever heard about an R&B singer getting gunned down or some shit? When have you heard of a jazz player getting gunned down?
No, you don't.
You don't. But you only hear that in rap because that's a part of rap culture. It sucks because me personally, I know for a fact I want to rap. Do I want to get gunned down? No, I don't. But that's part of it. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of gotta weigh it out. But that drive, it's gonna override that fear every time.
But at the same time, I think it's like the kids nowadays, that's kind of what they want to hear, Like if you're rapping about the church and doing good things, people, just aren't really going to tune in. So you got to kind of, I think that's where the problem is.
I mean, it's always a good way to segue the two, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not like, whenever you listen to my music, you'll never hear me rapping about shit I ain't did. You gonna hear me rapping about some shit I'm doing, some shit I'm living. Now, of course, I got people around me that dibble and dabble in this or that. But that's not me. They would even check me if they like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? You know that you know damn well you talking about me right now. What are you doing? You trying to gain on that or what? I'm not even finna let that shit happen to myself. So one thing these kids and these younger people gotta realize is that's not the reality for everybody. That's just what's being monetized right now. You can still be dope. You could be cool by being yourself. You like learning is cool. Being smart is cool. Learning how to fucking get a Rubik's Cube to show all the colors on one face of it, that's cool as fuck. How many people can do that? Anybody can literally hop on a beat and rap about something. I could rap about an M16 right now. I ain't never owned an M16 in my life. Seen one, but it's not mine.
You didn't have have the guns in the video.
Anybody could do that. Anybody, like in Texas, is a gun-loving state, so a lot of people own guns legally. They not even like. It'd be different if you go to like LA or New York where that shit like you really ain't supposed to have them, but you got a video full of like you got a squadron of people with artillery, not just like no little handguns. They got some blowers on them.
Over here, people like rolling with like shotguns showing up in the back,
in the back.
Like you can just see it right in the mirror. Like, yeah, I want you to honk at me.
Right. So and they be blue collar individuals coming home from work type shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's easy. That's the easy part. What's hard is like, bro, you just stay in your lane, man. Like, be who you are. It's not because you're gonna run into an individual that's really like that.
And you put their energy out, and they're gonna test that because they want to get that.
You're gonna get flushed out.
Cloud or whatever the case it may be.
Whatever. You're gonna get flushed out. And you'll be lucky if you just can talk about it later on. But it really goes down in a whole lot of ways. Y'all, just steer clear. Be yourself. It's that easy.
Speaking about that, I'm sorry to hear we talked a little before the interview started.
Right.
RIP to your childhood friend. Speak on if you want to.
Yeah, no, definitely rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Acevedo. It was always love, whenever we seen each other outside of, going to high school, whenever we grew up in our, adult lives and everything. Wasn't really close knit, but it was just always love. Definitely had some respect for him for sure. Now, high school, we was getting in trouble. We was at the Rock together type shit. So, and that's where all the badass kids is at. So we definitely got cool there, and then we just remained cool after that. I was about to drop some new visuals this week. But the day before I was about to drop it, that's when the news had really broke out. Now, last thing I want to do, and it's not just about how am I being represented on social media. Let's put that aside right now. A person that I knew, went to school with, all that shit, just lost their life. Younger than me though, and that's even wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like when Nip said, I cried, but because it hurt a nigga, because he was too young to really find his purpose. You know what I'm saying? I've known him as a good dude. I don't know what happened. It's none of my business. But what I do know is a young man just lost his life.
And that's the worst part about it.
That's the worst part about it. And so to see everybody on the timeline hurt, I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't even do it.
That weight's heavy. You got to let that kind of marinate for a second.
Just all out of respect. Just all out of respect. Because I had nothing but respect for him, too. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, they'll share the cost to, just donate. I done already tapped in with that. That's perfect. Good. Just whatever I can do. I wish I could do more. I do have a lot going on, but I'm paying all respects right now, because I get it. That's hurtful to know that I was once walking around halls with said individual. Can never walk past them in my life while I'm living again.
That's crazy.
That's deep.
It's very deep.
That's deep.
Damn.
Life is short, but love it while you got it.
True that, man. R.I.P. and prayers out to the family and friends and everybody else and you, man.
For real.
On to some, I guess, not so lighter stuff. Do you follow Fresh and Fit?
Fresh and Fit? No, I don't.
It's a podcast kind of like with, when they talk with like girls. And it's basically like, like the red pill. Have you heard about red pill? What is it? Like basically like, don't be a sucker. Don't be a simp. It's one of those things. You got to be the alpha male. Anyway, they've been kind of in some hot water lately because a lot of the girls that are on their show are black women, and they've kind of, they don't really date black women, and they've kind of, I'll let him say the name. I don't want to say the names because it makes me feel awkward even saying them.
Yeah, well,
Put me on.
they were just they just went viral recently because they were saying we don't date them Bonquishas and them Shanae's and you know what I'm saying. Just dissing, black women basically, but
Damn.
And they're
the
both
majority
black
of the
men.
girls on their show
They're both
is
black
black
men?
women. Yeah, they're both black dudes.
What?
And most of the girls on their show is black girls. So how do you feel about I guess media personalities or just anybody kind of dissing the black girls, but at the same time leveraging them and making money off of them? So. Well, you got to just give a shout out to to our sisters out there, man.
Hey,
And
man.
we got to
Yeah, big
defend our
shout
sisters
out.
out
Big
there.
shout out
I
to
love
y'all.
y'all.
I love every single one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that might be where I get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But here's just hearing that, here's my dose on it. Here's my dose. Like, for one, if you have an opinion, a certain opinion, it's okay to not like a certain something without disrespecting that aspect. And then let's look at the facts, the core fact of it. Like y'all said, they black men. Nigga, your mama black. Your sister black. Your aunt, your grandma black. Don't be no clown now. Like, if that's not your preference, that's okay.
Yeah, that's totally
That's
fine.
perfectly
but don't
fine.
go an extra step and be
Yeah,
saying
'cause-
the stereotypical names that
Because how do you
what
know-
I mean, or how they try to say it's so.
But see, at the same time, they also put themselves in also another stereotypical category of cornballs.
Exactly.
Now you corny as hell, bro.
Oh, exactly.
Now you corny as hell. Now you can't come to the barbecue.
Yeah, and everybody's going in on them big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some sucker shit.
Yeah.
That's some sucker shit. Like
Like I said, you can have your preference. You
Have
can
your
like a certain
all
type.
day.
Me, I like the rainbow, but it's not everybody likes the rainbow.
right,
Like,
and that's fine.
I'm saying rainbow shade, different colors.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying.
No,
Although hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with the LGBTQ. Hey, I love y'all too. Y'all the homies.
It's all
y'all
love,
too.
man. It's
I just
all
want to
love.
clarify. Look, there was the rainbow.
Before it gets too deep for the intro, that was
I like different shades of color of women, but that's just me.
perfect.
So
That's perfectly fine.
exactly.
Look,
So-
and, hey, look, same here. You know what I'm saying? Just my automatic go-to, my automatic preference is black women. Love them like to death. Like those are the ones I got the most experience with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's just easy. No, but I can understand their mental a little bit more. Even if I don't completely understand them as a person, I can understand them as a mental. I don't have no problem venturing off. What's up with a Latina? Shaun Solo in the building. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always with the essays anyway, so it's all good.
Give me a little Asian persuasion over here.
You know what I'm saying?
all
Ain't
kinds
had
of
one yet,
different
waiting on it,
things.
but was happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? Waiting on it. But, I mean, I will never just sit there and be like, all I like is black women. Everything else is trash. Well, no, because I may have a fan that's Asian or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Me saying that, now I just killed my whole
Fan
pipeline.
base, that
Yeah.
whole fan base.
And
the
they
whole-
might be the ones that buy into me more.
Yeah, it might be the ones really spending money with you.
And exactly. And now, not only do I look like an asshole as an artist, I look like an asshole as a person.
Exactly.
Out of there. I will never. Those guys, cornballs. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I hope y'all see this. Y'all are corny for that. Mad corny. Mad corny. You know what I'm saying? Especially because you're black. Like,
Exactly. Just
Right.
like I said, interpret it a little bit better than just. I mean, you can just keep it at that. Like, hey, I
Right.
like this.
and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Move on. Like, no, but
You ain't gotta
don't
be
dig
like,
deep into
I
it.
don't like pizza. Be like, fuck you. You like pizza, man?
Yeah.
Get that pizza.
Yeah.
I don't like none of that. Forget Papa John's. Forget all that. You're like, well, dang.
Right.
you so bad at pizza
Yeah.
for?
I just ordered Papa John's last night, bro. Like, is this beef? Is this beef?
Oh, man. Speaking of food, though, talk about what you did during Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
That was super dope, man. I like that shit.
Man, I was blessed to actually be a part of it, man. I got to, pick up quite a bit of food, man. Like, when the night before I just started making my deliveries, I had to throw everything in my freezer. And I will say, if y'all don't know, a frozen turkey is a heavy ass bird.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all have ever picked one of them joints up,
And
but
you start multiplying them bitches.
man, look, I'm walking, and granted, I had a hangover that day too, so I'm over there going through it in the worst way. I had at least 4 turkeys, bro. I'm just like, oh my god, y'all better appreciate this shit, cause right now I'm going through it, man. But Once I, you know, at first it's real cliche because everybody always does some type of giveaway, some type of stuff. But whenever you're able to go see, you know, said families and shit
get the you know the
yeah, like
personal
they were
reaction
really appreciative. And then when I seen like, you know, when I pull up to the spot to drop it off, I'm like, okay, I'm all right, good. I'm glad I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like no judgments, no nothing, but okay, I'm glad. I'm glad y'all tapped in. I'm glad I was able to bring this to you, you know, and I really hope that y'all next holidays for the next 10 years is just as blessed as this one. And they were beyond appreciative. Like that's what made me amp to go, let me put some more gas in my car so I could drive out to Bastrop or Lockhart or whatever, just wherever it needed to go. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me more amped to go give to the next one, because every single person was just, they were, when I pulled up, they were under the suspicion of it was just all talk. They're not.
Oh
really
yeah, you don't know if he's gonna pull up or not.
Nah, I'm on the way. I'm gonna drive slow. I got a Lincoln. This ain't no Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get there. I'm getting there. I'm on the way to you. Give me your address. All right, I'll be there in 35. Pull up. I'll do whatever they ask. Can you put it here? Can you put that there? Yeah, I got you.
That's dope.
So I mean, and big shout out to
you for that, man.
Hey, big shout out to Dominican J. Big
shout out to Dominican J.
Man.
Do a lot of work with him.
Yeah, talk about Dominican J real quick while we bring it. I mean, he's really given a lot of artists out here
Right.
some nice platforms and really connecting, putting pieces together. You know what I mean? It's really unique, something that we've kind of never seen before in Austin. You know what I mean? So give Dominican J his flowers real quick.
Yeah, real quick. If y'all gonna twist my arm about it, you know what I mean? Dominican J know what's up, man. I will completely give him his props. You know, I tapped in with him on one occasion, and you know, it was just like, hey, who want they song heard? And this is when I just dropped What It's Hidden For. So I tapped in with him. Ever since then, it's been clockwork. It's just been like, damn, okay, well, shit. You literally, this is what you do as a person, Dominican J. You post free game to whoever would take it seriously. You salute those that's done it before you, and you salute those that you've helped. All free. And then you post you offer yourself to be a service to the public of music, the music community around. Now, those that take it serious, great. Those that don't, great. But you do all that shit, and the only thing you ask for in return is just take yourself serious and invest in yourself. That's like a different type of that's mogul shit.
Man.
That's mogul shit. You know what I'm saying? And for me to all I did was tap in with him once, and we've been locked in ever since, and I've made certain moves since then without stopping.
Yeah.
Dominican J, big salute.
Big salute.
Big salute. I don't care if anybody ever said anything different about dude. I'm like, yeah, all right.
I always hear good stuff about Dominican J. I don't think I've heard anything bad. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera and you hear. I don't think I've heard anything bad. So
Nah. It's people that ain't even musically inclined like that know about Dominican J. I just finished talking about Dominican J. Dominican J is tapped in.
His name's been coming up a lot in all these interviews I've been doing lately. So
hey, man.
He's doing this thing, making his wave in Austin, and I didn't even realize he was in Florida. That's the crazy
right,
thing
and that you know what I'm saying. So what type of playmaker do you have to be a whole? If I had to drive to Florida, that's at least 13 hours because I done did it before. But what type of playmaker do you have to be in Florida and putting pieces together in a whole nother state? So you can only imagine what he's actually doing in Florida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can only imagine that. But whatever it is, salute. You deserve to do it. I'm glad you're doing it. Appreciate you for everything. Cheers. And I'm going to sip this.
Yeah, cheers. My drink is out. I cheers back, though, when I do it virtually.
Look.
Real quick, though, let's talk about the Tap In beanies. They are all sold out, everybody. So,
all sold out, man.
You don't have to wait, and especially with the supply chain stuff going on these days, you just never know what's
going
to happen. But let's talk about the Tap In and how that came about and all that good stuff.
Okay, so how it originally came about, because see, that's the OG beanie. And by the way, I'm actually restocking today. I got the pack in my car. So, yeah. I'm coming back with it. I'm coming back.
Breaking news.
You know what I'm saying?
They ready to go. They ready to go now. Get them while you can. Going out like hotcakes.
Literally. So where it really came from, because once again, Dominican J put me on the show in November. But you know what I'm saying? I had to really focus in on that performance. Okay, I'm finna be on the stage rapping, but how do I make these folks remember me? You know what I'm saying? Because you've heard about Cali in the South. How do I give you Cali in the South? You know what I'm saying? How do I stamp that in your brain? So I put some shit together. I was like, okay, so full Dickie suit, that's automatic. I'm coming out there, you know what I'm saying? Black Dickie up here, got my little sweater under there, button all the way to the top. Then I bought a beanie, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, but it's not enough. So I hit up my people on the South Side because they did embroidering too. That same people I bought my Dickies from. And I was like, so y'all embroider, huh? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I need to get something embroidered on this beanie. I just don't know what. Then I just started looking at my album, like track list, like what would like now. Well, for one, all them titles would be hard on anything, but what's really like something that's just like, yeah, that's that one. And I was like, tap in. So I was like, hey, can you put tap in on that beanie right there? Let me see how it looks. And they were like, yeah, give me 20 minutes. So she did. 20 minutes later, I'm looking at it. When I look at it, I'm like, oh, hell no. Because if I seen a beanie that said tap in, how like that right there,
in the white, in the black and white.
If I seen it anywhere, any store across America, how much for that? 30? Okay, well here's 35. Thank you. So that's when it clicked. I'm like, I'm on to something here. I'm on to something. Like this is because I know for a fact if I placed it in front of anybody, they would buy it. How much for it? They wouldn't even ask, well, where'd you get it? It doesn't matter. Like, how can I have it at that point? So I started rolling with that. So I sat on the idea for a couple weeks, but then at the same time, it's like you just don't want to sit on a good idea for too long because you never know who's like anybody can come up with that same or similar idea just that quick. But the only difference is they're gonna act on it a lot faster than you did. Now you out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta beat them to the punch, even if you don't think nobody else got it in their mind. You're like, yo, somebody, this.
It's
so many people in the world. So
it's so many people in the world. So you gotta know that with so many people in the world, there's only so many thoughts that only you would have.
Exactly.
The only difference is the time of it. You know what I'm saying? So even after the performance, I had a whole bunch of people like, what, you got some merch? You got some more of those beanies? And I was like, they're on the way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is because I've been seeing these a lot out.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I'm blessed to say, like, I've sold out. I've sold out on those like 5 times, and I'm about to go restock some more. I still,
that's a good problem.
That's a good problem to have. These are good problems, and I'm also waiting. I'm waiting on the first order sweatsuits to come in so I can get them done and pass them out. First ones to see it, bro. First ones to see it.
That's hard.
So, it was just simple. And then at the same time, the even better part is whenever people like, so what made you do tap in? I'm like, it's track number 2 on my album. Wait, you got an album? Yeah, what you got? You got Apple Music, Spotify? What you got? Oh, I only got YouTube Music. Perfect. Don't worry about it. Look, just type in Cali in the South, Shaun Solo. Subscribe for me. You know what I'm saying? But just listen to the album. Let me know what you think. But here's your beanie. I appreciate your support. They'll text me like 30 minutes later. Bro, you're really on to something. Like, that's genius. That's blah. That's this. That's that. I'm like, man, look, I just appreciate you giving a damn at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it. You didn't have to, whether you gave me this $25 or not, you gave me 28 minutes. Because that's how long the album is. You gave me 28 minutes of your time, of your life that you didn't have.
And that matters more from our
artist. Yeah, that matters more.
Yeah.
So.
Because that's what you're doing. That's 100% what you're doing anyway. Like,
exactly.
Speak about Cali in the South, produced by Roy Dean, real quick. I'm sorry.
Man, Cali in the South, man. So it's crazy to really just think back about it. So me and matter of fact, I met Roy Dean probably, I want to say at this point it'd be 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I'm not sure, but either way, we was just chopping it up back and forth because he was a good producer, like a great producer actually. So I just started picking his brain a little bit. I was like, well, what all style of beats do you make? And he was like, bro, I can make whatever. And I was like, well, can you make a Cali style beat? And then he was like, well, bro, I'm from Cali, so what you mean? I'm like,
perfect.
What?
Say less.
Send
me what you got.
Just send me something. Let's see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, What It's Hidden For has been in the vault. At this point, What It's Hidden For was in the vault since 2019.
Okay.
So that was already like the tip of the iceberg for me. So then Roy Dean, he just started sending me stuff like back to back. And I was like, hey, look, I just sent the pack. You know what I'm saying? Just see what you could do with whatever's in there. Let me know what you don't use. Let me know what you like. And then let's see what we got. So I would listen to it. I would pick, maybe a beat or two from each pack. And I'm like, look, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use that one. Set up a studio session later that day. By the end of the night, he got 2 new songs from the beats that he sent from me. And then he'll call me after, 10 minutes go by because he'll listen to them both and be like, bro, damn, you just bodied that. Like, do you want some more or what? I'm like, nigga, yes.
That's why I sent these to you so you
exactly.
can know I'm not BS.
I'm not, exactly. And that's where our chemistry got really good just because he would always tell me, like, he'll send beats to artists all the time, but they won't act on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just won't. Like, they'll listen to it and then it's
radio
like,
silence after.
Exactly. So I was like, well, nah, like, I feel like we got something. But when I said that the first time, I really didn't even, like, Cali in the South wasn't even, like, in the womb at this point. It was just like, damn, okay, I like these Cali beats. Okay, cool. So then as the more deeper we get into what he sends, that's when it's like, hey, bro, like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, which is also on the album. Bro, I think we got a project here. Like, it sounded like we got a project because it's so many. It's all West Coast flavored and inspired, but it's all got a different feel and a vibe to it. So, and at that time, we was probably like 4 to 6 tracks deep. So it's like, this is either sounding like an EP or it's like an album on the way. I don't know. But we just kept on, we just stayed in that bag with it. So then we got to the last beat that he sent me was the version of Keep It a Buck that's on the album right now. That was the last beat he sent. And then, I would tell him back and forth, like, bro, we need that. We need some gangster shit on this album, bro. Because that's exactly. We need some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So he was like, all right, bro, look, I'm gonna try to cook something up to the same tempo, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna go for it after that. He sent me the beat one night. When I tell you that was just like, oh, this is it. This is what the fuck I've been waiting on. So as soon as he sent it to me, I set up a studio session that night. Probably an hour after he sent me the beat, I sent him the track back like, I told you, this is what we needed. I told you that. Like,
you just had it ready to go. The
ready
chamber
to go.
Was gone.
No
pun intended.
No pun.
Yeah.
You good at this. You good at this.
That's dope, man. Well, check it out on the DSPs, y'all. Cali in the South.
Out now.
So anything upcoming that we can look out for? I know that you said you had some visuals that you was going to drop. Right. The homie, R.I.P. to him. When can we look out for that and any other projects you got coming out?
Definitely be on the lookout. I've rescheduled the drop to be on the 12th. So, we dropping outside visuals featuring Young Bryce. We dropping that on the 12th. Just so, just so y'all can see what I mean when I say we outside. You know what I'm saying? So that's on the way. Of course, I'm always in the back just cooking up. Like, I got my catalog's pretty solid right now. Of course, I'm always adding on to it. So, of course, me and Roy Dean, we cooking up part 2. I also have another separate catalog from that. That's like another album that of course, I want to stay consistent with the aesthetic of everything and at the same time the lifestyle. But, it's always good to refresh and, hit a nice, like, well, check this out. Here's a new avenue of where my capabilities and my talent is really at. Like, I'll never really just cap myself because I know I could damn near do it all. But, it's a lot, I just want to take the same year that it took to make this one to give it to push, But everything is just in the back. Everything is still in motion. Just be looking out for these visuals because these visuals, they're going to, they're consistent. I'm waiting on a music video to get sent to my email right now. So I got the visuals for y'all. Don't even worry about it. Vlogs, all that. Like, it's all on my IG too.
So be on the lookout for that, y'all. Watch out for the visuals and anything else coming from Shaun Solo.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, we got some merchandise for you, man. This one's out of that because we wanted to add more to it. But
got the navy blue.
Got you a bag, my guy.
Man, heavily appreciated.
Yeah, but this is an addition to it. There's some promo plug if you want to open that for us. Because I like to see people. We open the bag. See what you got in the bag. I mean, yeah, that's a medium blue T-shirt.
All right.
Navy blue for the navy blue tap in.
Let's see what's going.
Show them that custom bag.
The custom bag. We got Shaun.
You know what I'm saying?
Shaun on there tapping in.
Mr.
Shaun
Tap
Solo.
In himself. You feel me?
That's the Tap In Pop Austin Media collab.
Come
The
on.
first that y'all see. That's exclusive edition right
And
there.
all you see is tap in, man. That's what,
Tapping
that's
in.
hard. Let's see what's in here, man. Let's open it up. Then we got the black zone.
Yeah, so you got the black jump for the black Tap In hoodie. So
Man, I'm gonna have to. There's some beanies out the pack I'm keeping for myself now. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like.
Dope. Where can we find you at on the Instagrams and the socials and all that good stuff?
So IG, you can find me at Shaun Solo _. Then that's just that. Twitter is Shaun Solo _313, and also on Facebook, Shaun Solo, Slept On Conglomerates, or the Sean Reynolds. So just tap in with me. I'm everywhere. I'm always doing something. You know what I'm saying? I'm always doing something. So just tap in with me. This bag is hard though, bro. Y'all really got me on the. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man,
that's fly,
Flexing,
bro.
Man.
That's fly.
Had to do it for Shaun Solo, and I sound like an old head saying the Instagrams. I just meant the socials. You know what I meant, man. God dang it. That's the drink. I'm gonna blame that on the drink. Well, we had Shaun Solo, man. It was great having you by. Keep pushing, man. I like your energy, boss.
Appreciate it.
Great conversation. This is Jet with Pop Austin Media.
And please keep those posters, man, in this album. That's for y'all, man. Gifts to the Pop Austin family, man.
Appreciate
that's y'all's
man.
right there.
Appreciate the love, man.
Say no more.
Well, this is Jet with Pop Austin Media, and I'm signing out. Shaun Solo.
We out.
Let's get it.
Tap in.
Tap in.